do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
What's up, everybody? We are just going to be, me and Mitch are going to just sit there and yell about Eagles. Super Bowl champs,
Yes, sir.
59.
Why couldn't it have been Super Bowl 69?
It'll
just
eventually
saying.
get there.
We
It'll
need 10
eventually
wins.
get there, but I probably won't say it.
Huh?
I probably won't say it.
Say it.
No, I said I probably won't see it.
Oh. I thought
69?
you were saying- Yeah, that's 10 years. I mean, come on. Oh, shit. What the hell? But, yeah, what do you want to start off with?
Let's talk about what'd you do on the for the Super Bowl?
I was seeing with Kuket. It was actually kind of. Here's the thing. He's always ahead of me. So then when he was yelling, I was like, okay, something good is about to happen. I'm like, okay, I'm getting myself warmed up. And then when something bad, I'm like, damn, I gotta wait.
I don't like. That's one thing I don't like streaming with, because if something happens and
Yeah.
somebody does it before you, and you're like, "What am I missing?" I don't like
Like-
that part, but
For me, it is what it is because I've been streaming with Kuket for like 2 years now. So I'm like, it is what it is, man. It's like, it doesn't bother me. If it does, I would just turn off the volume.
right.
But
But I won't like that. Like I went, I went to a party, and it was fucking. We're all chilling. We had fun. I still
many
got
people?
nervous. I was still nervous to the game, thinking they can come back.
I was too. How many people were there?
About 10, I think.
I was going to say 10. Okay, that's a good number.
But then people had to leave and all, so
Yeah. Like they didn't stay through this.
yeah, they stayed through the halftime and then they left because they lived a little bit farther and they were drinking.
Yeah. I mean, you were there at 2 p.m. and what time did you leave?
I went there at 2 and didn't go home till like 1:30.
You were there for 11 and 11 and a half hours.
Yeah.
What was the food like? Pizzas, I guess.
Meatball.
Oh wait, you had balls. Halftime.
Meatballs. They had like meatball sandwiches. They had chips and dip. They had what is that? Chicken dip.
Oh, okay.
Barbecue chicken dip. Buffalo chicken dip.
That sounds good. We had cheesesteak and pizza.
That's nice.
Yep, pizza with pepperoni, and then I think it was veggies on the other one. But yeah. Yeah. What is up, Chad? Long time no see.
What's up, Chad?
Yes,
What's
we're
up,
probably going to
Fly
end up
Eagles?
talking about polls.
Damn, last night was fun. You went to Broad Street, Fly Eagles?
You know who else went down?
JJ.
Yep. Yep. He woke up at he went to bed at 6 and woke up at 3.
What's up, Dave?
Yeah. What is up, guys? A
Little
Cowboys fan
G?
saying,
Super Bowl champs, Little G.
a Cowboys fan saying congratulations.
Hey, thank you, Alexander.
Wow.
We'll take it. What is up, Lou? Super Bowl champs, Lou. And we all knew
Yep.
we all knew we were going to be champions.
Yeah.
Lose a.m. fall asleep till 4. I didn't fall asleep until about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
I fell asleep around 11.
11.
11 p.m. Yep. Right after the game, I hit the bed.
How do you do that?
I just go to bed. I just go to bed. I'm like, good
You
night.
pump, you
I'm going to
don't
bed.
you're adrenaline. Don't your adrenaline just keep you up?
No. No. Once it hits 11 o'clock, I'm done.
You, Lou, how's the pizza taste in Wawa? I would never I can't eat that. I would never do that.
I heard pizza was great at Wawa.
I ate
Yep.
their, what was it? I ate their cheesesteak. Man, it got me sick one day. I'm like, it hurt my stomach. I was like, what the hell? Thanks, Dave. It's about time to eat. Listen, I will tell you this. Like I told Mrs. Halftime, I never thought, as old as I am, I didn't think I was going to be able to watch the Eagles win 1 Super Bowl. To win 2 Super Bowls in my lifetime is so awesome because you're always thinking something bad's going to be happening with this team and you don't win it. And I was one of them guys.
Yeah, I was too. Me and Cool Cat, we were just saying, guys, the game's not over yet. It's not over.
Mm-hmm. The Eagles said pizza ain't bad. Yeah, so, but during the game, I was so nervous. And then, like, I had friends. I had one guy, we were at the party. He was jinxing the team. And like, oh, Jalen Hurts ain't throwing an interception. Oh, in the in the playoffs. When he said that, Jalen Hurts throws the ball in the air and there's the interception. I'm like, get out. Gotta get out. You're not jinxing us. Don't do it. I was like, oh my Lord. But Mitch, in the first call by the refs on us for offensive pass interference, did you think this was going to be a long night and that the refs were all going to be on Kansas City's side?
Yep. Yeah, it was just like, oh, I hated that. Like, that's how we're starting off, right? That's how we started off?
Yeah, that's how we started off. Normal guys in the building. What's good, normal guy? But yeah, like, I'm over there like, oh, here we go. We all just complained about it. And then Jalen Hurts had a great game. Barkley, they're like, Barkley didn't break one. He didn't have a good rushing game. Yes, he did. Barkley did his job. He had a good game. I don't understand why people said Barkley didn't have a good game.
He didn't rush because they're used to Saquon Barkley getting like 150 to 200 yards a game. He got less than Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts only had 72.
Yeah, but you used you're using the wide receiver.
Yeah. He's actually throwing the ball.
I mean, you don't have to always run the ball.
Right.
But he was still effective. Getting 4 yards a carry is still effective.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
What is good? Yeah, Super Bowl
Wally.
champs.
Yeah,
I thought he
Barkley
balled
definitely.
out. I thought he did his job right. Fly Eagles.
Goddard did too. Not a lot of
Yeah.
people giving Goddard credit.
Goddard was blocking.
I know. Trust me,
I
I know.
mean, he had 2 catches, but Goddard was blocking. You needed Goddard to block. You needed
Yep.
this. What is up, Arku?
Parker, what is up?
Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to. You don't want to do that, Chad. But yeah, the Eagles defense dominated.
I'm so confident in this defense. I can love it, man.
I
And we
mean,
had the same scheme as last year.
yeah,
Same scheme.
but Big Fangio has this team playing way different than the scheme was last year.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick Mahomes could not get it past the 50-yard line to the third quarter, everyone. The third quarter. Patrick Mahomes. When you're shutting a man like him down, like, what were you guys thinking? I was pumped. I'm like, dude, he can't get past the goddamn third quarter.
Yeah.
Hey, like I said, twice in my lifetime, I wasn't expecting to see one.
Right.
Do I get a little teary-eyed? Yes. I didn't cry. I just got a little teary-eyed. I will admit that.
You didn't cry? The big a-hole didn't cry?
No. But, like, I was fucking super pumped about this game.
Yeah.
I was super pumped.
Have to be. Yeah. How
Yeah,
many? I
so,
gotta ask you. How many messages did you get on like congratulations on the dub?
oh,
I got so.
I'm still getting them.
I'm still getting them.
I'm still getting them. And it's awesome.
It's great.
But, you know, because
I didn't.
you
I didn't
stream
get one from
so
Boys for
much,
Life
and you
yet.
got people that are like, they're not Eagles fans, but they're Washington fans, they're Dallas fans, they're Tampa Bay fans. Like, I got fans all over, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty cool that they come out and say, yeah, you guys won and congratulations.
No.
But then again, nobody wanted to see Kansas City win.
Right. But here's the thing, right? The rivals, the Giants, Commanders, and the Cowboys. Like you had to pick who you want to root for.
Yeah. They're over there fucking going, yes, here we are. And thank you, Giants, for Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
But is that the biggest storyline, would you think?
What?
Barkley leaving the Giants in 1 year, coming to Philly, breaking the rushing record, and going freaking to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl in 1 year.
That is just crazy. And he broke Terrell Davis's record.
Yeah, he broke Terrell Davis's record last night.
He
He did
still
that
should have.
in first quarter, right?
Yes. First quarter. Didn't even acknowledge it. Cool Cat told me. I'm like, wait, what? You did? Oh shit.
Yeah, they didn't acknowledge it, and that's I don't like that. I think they should have.
I get why they didn't because it's the Super Bowl, it's the biggest game. Hey,
Hey, what's going on, gentlemen?
what is up, guys? So if you don't know, this is my good friend Austin. He's a part of the Hardcore Play podcast on the Hardcore Play Rewind channel. So we've been good friends for like a little bit over a year now. Thank you to EOP. But how you doing, man? How you doing?
Oh, dude, I am still honestly, I feel like I'm still sort of processing everything that happened with the game. But I feel like if I were to put it into one word, how I'm feeling, the word would be elation.
Oh, I haven't heard
Like
that.
I am to put it into a bit easier words. I'm like I said, I'm still processing it, but I'm absolutely over the moon, dude. 2 in less than 10 is incredible. This game was even more dominant than the game against New England back in 2017. The defense clamped down and did not let go until it didn't matter.
Right. Dude,
To be able to get one of the most elusive quarterbacks in the league next to Lamar Jackson to be extremely ineffective, to have his second worst QBR game that he's had in his career, to have, 3 for 11 with an interception at half for him or something like that. Like, we put a stranglehold on them and just did not let go until we were like, okay, now you can do something. We're up 28. It's cool. Like
28.
Yeah, Bear Maddox had a great game too.
Yeah, Maddox had an incredible game. Quinyon Mitchell had an incredible game. Like
thank you. Really... I did have an incredible game. Thank you.
Yo, I said this. He's a rookie, but he's on his own island.
Oh yeah, he knows exactly what he has to do, and he answers the call every single time that he sets his feet onto the field. Man, to get that defensive rookie of the year nod for both him and for Cooper DeJean. Just really goes to show what this not only what the trenches did this year, but what the secondary was able to do in what seemed like almost impossible situations. Like Quinyon Mitchell shut down a lot of really decent receivers this year.
Yeah.
I always say Quinyon Mitchell is a shutdown corner. He's like Revis Island.
Yeah, I was about to say he gives me like vibes of like young Darrelle Revis.
Yeah, and I just gotta say this, right? Thank you to James Bradbury for not playing this whole season.
God,
if it wasn't for James Bradbury playing, we would not even got Quinyon Mitchell.
Yes,
I would have been on the bench.
So weird that he gets a ring. It's so weird that he gets a ring.
Yeah.
You don't even know if he's on the team or not. It's like, wait, he's still on a team?
You mentioned it earlier when you were on with Cool Cat, Mitch, like the fact that like Kenny Pickett and Tanner McKee both got rings on this one is such a weird feeling. Like him,
Gainwell,
Jahan Dotson, like
he had a big game. He had a big game.
Yeah, he did incredible. Yeah, it was an incredible game for Jahan Dotson. Even down to like Mitch said, Kenny Gainwell had himself a really, really decent game. Even though the run game wasn't super, super effective, they were doing great on like swing routes out of the backfield and stuff, getting like decent chunks of yardage. And even though the run game wasn't as effective, they were able to supplement it into the pass game and still be able to really take good chunks away from, not the best Kansas City Chiefs defense that we've seen in the last few years, but it's still a very formidable defense, and we were able to just pick them apart.
Cooper DeJean had a pick 6 on his birthday.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley gets a Super Bowl on his birthday. Cooper DeJean gets a Super Bowl on his birthday. That is like unbelievable.
For me, the main story that I personally very much loved is the progression in terms of just the quality of life for AJ Brown, because before he left Tennessee and was traded to Philadelphia, he actually took time off because he actually like genuinely considered, he had said it himself, he considered ending his own life. Like he felt like he was stuck at a point in his life where he was going to go nowhere and he was never going to be able to make the impact that he wanted to make, not only on a community, but for himself, for his career. Comes to Philadelphia, married, has a kid, and is now a goddamn Super Bowl champion. Like the incredible story arc for AJ Brown as a person, I applaud that to the fullest because I can almost assure you that there have been at least, I want to say personally for my own life, at least 5 or 6 different times where I was like, maybe if I just shut the power off, everything would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
But to show the true grit and be able to persevere the way he has through that really rough time in his life can give a lot of people out there hope. Like, granted, you don't have to be $1 million man to have this kind of thought process. Like, it's not only within the personal self, the growth, but the growth of the support system that you have around you to help see you flourish and grow. And we put him in such an incredible support group. Like him, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts, just those 3 guys together have been such an incredible support piece for each other. And then the structure around them for this team, not only in terms of on the field, but off the field, being able to help each other out, pick each other up when they're down, even when they're injured, still being able to just, go back and forth and chat with each other and all that stuff. This is the picture perfect example of a championship team.
Yes.
And the fact that we got to do it against the team that we lost to and saw it as a big building block for the years to come is even better.
Now, is Jalen Hurts the godfather of AJ Brown's daughter, or is it a flip-flop?
No, it's a flip-flop.
Yeah.
So AJ Brown
AJ's the godfather of Jalen's kid. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is
okay. Flip-flop.
But
that's crazy.
That just goes to show you the amount of brotherhood they've established over the few years that they've been working together on the team. Yeah,
but there's another thing, like when AJ Brown is reading the book and everybody's like, oh, he's reading a book. Oh, he's reading a book. Yeah, listen, the dude had a mindset that he was going to end his life. So he has to find a way to get focused back into a game or back into life or anything. So he reads. And the book that he's reading is helping him. I love that last night they were joking around. They're like, pull out the book, and everybody was reading the book.
And if I recall correctly,
they were trying to make a joke of it. So it was funny.
Yeah, and if I recall correctly, isn't that book about like establishing yourself as like a leader and being able to lead by example? He's done that consistently, and being able to literally open that book up around your teammates and be like, read this shit, bro. Like, read this. Like, really read this. Like, absorb this. Can really help the team going forward.
Yeah, and we actually have someone in our network named Connor. He actually bought himself that book. He actually was reading that book on the way to the Super Bowl. He was there.
Oh,
he was there with his dad, his family. He was in the airplane reading the book.
Yeah.
So that just shows you how much of an impact these guys have.
That's the best-selling book right now.
Oh, yeah.
Out there, it's like, look what Jalen Hurts did. The guy goes, I wasn't making nothing on that book. And AJ Brown had it on the bench. Now everybody's buying it.
Yeah. Hey, if I was that author, I would thank AJ Brown a million times. You're like, give me some money.
That man's getting some heavy residuals.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, I'm listening to "Congratulations" right now by my
Post Malone.
Post Malone, yeah.
Which is it's even funnier. You're listening to that song after the Eagles win the Super Bowl, and that song was written and performed by a Cowboys fan.
I know. I sent it to my friend who's a Cowboys fan. Dude, it's just insane. But props to Jake Elliott.
Yeah,
Jake Elliott actually did everything.
Dude, I was at the Super Bowl party, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, Jake Elliott's gonna miss this." I was like, "Jake Elliott got this." I said, "You guys are always on Jake Elliott's house for missing a field goal," and I'm just like, "It's good every time." And they're like, "You got so much faith in him." He goes, "Here's 50 yards." And everybody's getting drunk at the time.
I have more confidence.
This is 50 yards, damn it. He made it.
I shit you not. I have more confidence in Carson Wentz sitting on the bench than Jake Elliott making a kick. Carson Wentz is 0-2 in the Super Bowl. He's 0-2 now.
I thought they were going to bring Carson Wentz in. When you start Carson Wentz and Patrick Mahomes talking, I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, it looked like Mahomes was talking out to be like, look, man, this game may be out of reach, but you can maybe make an impact in some way. And then to see Mahomes go back out there, I was like, oh, they got him good.
Yeah, hardcore. We said the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, buddy.
Yeah,
Hell
me
yeah.
and halftime we're on the phone every day talking Eagles, talking BS. We said that right as soon as Saquon Barkley got signed.
I'm pretty sure I said this to you, Mitch. Going into the Super Bowl, I was like, I feel like the Eagles need to be ahead really far to be able to just barely squeak by with what the refs have done for them all year. They showed a little graphic like early on in the game. The Chiefs won 12 games this year by 1 point. If you were to look at the referee involvement in those games and take that away, they would have only won 4 the entire year. They wouldn't have even sniffed the Super Bowl.
No.
Let alone the playoffs, let alone even winning their own division.
You know what that reminds me of? The Eagles last year. The Eagles last year were keep on squeaking out wins.
Yeah, we were
the whole collapse.
Some of those games were really, really close, and because I remember saying to you through a few of them because we were talking doing your podcast over on EOP at the time. Like I was like, dude, a win's a win. Honestly, like I'll take getting by, but it leaves a lot of questions unanswered. And then the collapse happened. And I was like, there's the other shoe dropping. Like, here it comes.
And then the 49ers had their collapse in the beginning of the year. Now Debo wants out. Debo wants to be traded.
Not surprised, honestly. Debo is an extremely dynamic player, and I feel like
third.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel like the window for the Niners is a lot smaller than it is for Philadelphia because the Niners, a lot of those guys are far on into their careers at this point, aside from Brock Purdy. Debo's been around a while, CMC's been around a while, same with Kittle, same with Bosa. Like all those guys are getting towards the end of their primes, I should say. Yeah. And their window is a lot smaller than ours. Like I think I want to say maybe like 2 or 3 dudes on our offensive line are in their 30s. Aside from that, it's all pretty young guys. Like Cam Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, like they're young dudes. Like they'll be around for a while. From here on, it's just establishing the rest of the youth in this team and being able to keep the same mentality and just roll forward.
Yeah, Lane Johnson's got 2 more years left. I feel.
Yeah,
I feel
maybe
his body.
Yeah, 100% agree.
What halftime? You're muted. You're muted, buddy.
PG has 2 Super Bowl rings.
Yep.
Lane Johnson said he's going to play for 1 more year. He said he's going to play 1 more year, but you never know how long he wants. He's just going year by year.
Same with Slay, dude. Slay wants to play 1 more year. And I'm like, dude, no, hang it up. We got our corners. You're done.
Yeah. He'll be done. He'll be done. But PG retiring this year, coming back off of surgery, and going to the Super Bowl, and winning it and being effective, because he was a big part of it. If you watch some of the plays, he was always on it.
That story alone.
I think that story is better than Saquon's.
No.
Yes.
No way. The Giants get rid of their best running back, their best weapon.
I mean, I see where you're
get him, and there you go. The Giants media is on HBO saying, "Oh, nobody's gonna buy him. He's done. His knees are shot. His legs are done. Who's gonna want him?" And the one guy's like the Eagles.
An injury that nobody will come back from usually. He comes back in just a nick of time to play.
Well, that's his second injury though.
Right.
Same one, same arm and all.
Same thing. Yep.
So
you do have a point there.
I definitely do understand where you're coming from with that, Mitch, because I know I was super hyped when I heard that he was active for the game.
Yeah,
I was so excited because like literally from what was it, week 2, I think it was, he hurt that arm.
Yeah. 2 or 3.
To just have that thought process of like, damn, he's done. Even if we make it to the Super Bowl, he's more than likely not going to play. And then as everything plays out, literally the day before, they're like, yeah, he's going to be good to go.
Yeah, in the beginning,
but he didn't do it. He didn't when you do that injury, you do that lifting weight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not in the game. So he did it lifting weights.
Mm-hmm.
But when he went to go in the game, that's when enough was enough for his muscle to
Yeah.
blow out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
But
That's why you saw him wearing that big brace to be able to keep it in a position where he didn't end up overextending either way.
right.
yeah.
But dude, even like you said, how effective he was, even though he was on the field for what? I think it was like 14 to 18 snaps or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he was in Mahomes' face a lot.
It was. We didn't even
Dude,
blitz once.
Bro, we ate him up on 3 and 4 man rushes, which is insane.
Crazy.
It was so good. I loved
But-
every second of that game.
Here's the
Leon
thing.
Mitchell shut down their wide receiver. I loved it.
In the beginning of the season, halftime you can vouch for me. I didn't want Brandon Graham here because
Nope,
Brandon Graham
he did not.
was I wanted Reddick. I wanted why are we bringing back this 35, 36-year-old?
I
Cut
honestly-
his salary and
I-
get Reddick.
I remember
That's
saying
how I looked at it in the beginning.
I remember saying to a friend of mine when the Hassan Reddick trade happened, I was like, why not just get rid of Josh Sweat and keep Hassan Reddick? Boy, am I glad that didn't happen. Boy, am I glad that ain't happened.
I would not want to get rid of Josh Sweat.
now make that man a lifetime Eagle, dude. Are you kidding me?
Well, he's not going to be a lifetime Eagle. He's not going to be on the Eagles though.
No, yeah, I don't
He'll
think
be
so.
a free agent this year, and he's going to be gone.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gonna
But
get
he
the
had
bag.
three
He's gonna
sacks,
get the
3 or
bag.
4
Yeah.
sacks.
yeah, him and Milton Williams combined for I think it was 4.5.
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Patrick Mahomes had the worst day. I mean,
Yeah, they
I
ate
know
him alive.
Kansas City plays so bad.
Here's the thing. How many times did they show Taylor Swift? I think it was like 2.
2 or
It
3.
was like 2 or 3.
Well, I loved it when she got booed coming
Right.
in. But it wasn't her or was it this? They were still booing because the team.
Yeah.
They were booing because of Kansas City themselves, but she was just in the effect of it.
Bro, yeah. It was so funny. My God. And that halftime show. Austin, how'd you feel about that halftime show? Oh, you're muted.
Muted.
I had hit the button on my microphone to unmute it, and it didn't do it. Sorry. I'm not the biggest fan of Kendrick. I mean, I definitely appreciate what he's been able to do for rap music over the time that he's been around.
Yeah.
Personally, though, my wife and I, the second that the beat for they're not like us hit, I looked at her. I was like, no, he didn't, yo, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that he brought up the lawsuit. He brought up the lawsuit before
Yeah.
the song. He actually started the song.
Yeah. I mean, overall, I mean, there's. I feel like because of the fact that he was in, like everyone was talking about him on social media for a hot minute this past year, I felt like it made the most sense for it to be him for the halftime show. Normally, they announced that long before the Super Bowl. They waited until I think it was around the conference championships to announce that it was going to be Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like that's a big fumble in my opinion on Apple's end because they're the ones that like host quote unquote the halftime show. To have people waiting that long to find out that it may be an artist that you don't like is really dumb because I remember back in the day it was like, here's where the Super Bowl's happening. 3 weeks later, oh, we've got this performer or this band set up to do the halftime show. So you would know early on in the year who's going to be doing the halftime show. But now with Apple running it just like how they're running everything with like working with, I'm a soccer fan. They have all the broadcast rights for Major League Soccer.
Yeah.
It's just consistent ineptitude for how they operate any sort of programming that makes me violently ill. I guess would be the way to put it, because they just consistently are just like, oh yeah, okay, sure, no problem. And then I feel like they're those people like they say that and then they just sit in their chair and fall asleep. And then they wake up and they're like, oh shit, I have 30 minutes. I have to put something together. So they just look at a dartboard of artists and they're like, boom, Kendrick, got it. Like,
You want to hear something?
I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand the halftime.
You know what's funny though? Mahomes is 0-2 against Brady.
Yeah.
Brady was their commentator tonight.
Yeah.
Last night.
Eagles are 2-0 when Brady's involved in a Super Bowl. Well, 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
Hardcore is right. If Howie Roseman could pull something off to keep Josh Sweat here, it'd be unbelievable. But we owe him too much money. Ted, I don't think we're gonna keep Sweat. I think he's gonna be going because the money situation. We have so much money out there. We got to go younger, and we had to sign people.
Yeah,
you got rookies you got to sign now.
Yeah, there's some guys coming off of their rookie contracts this year that we're gonna have to lock in.
Yep. So I'm gonna ask you this, bro, Austin. I'm gonna ask you this. Halftime and I are on different sides of the fence here. Who's the greatest Eagles quarterback of all time?
I gotta go Randall, dude.
You go Randall because I went with Nick Foles. He went with Hurts.
I went with Hurts because Hurts went to 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, Hurts has made it to 2
undefeated
Super Bowls.
in the Super Bowl.
Foles had not only that, but he has a share of the NFL record for touchdowns thrown in a game. Yeah. But when you look at like the extensive history of this team, I feel like one of the first quarterbacks that always comes to mind is going to be Randall Cunningham.
Hey, Randall got the longest punt.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? I couldn't hear
you. Randall Cunningham has the longest punt in NFL history.
Yeah, in NFL history, Randall Cunningham has it's 94 yards, 95 yards,
like somewhere between 94 and 96, I want to say.
Yeah,
but it's like it was an absolute tank of a kick.
Oh, he did boot it.
Yeah, he blasted that one.
But yeah,
I mean, even
Randall Cunningham is like one of my favorites.
Yeah, same.
And I watched Randall Cunningham. I seen Fog Bowl. I'm pissed about Fog Bowl.
Yeah,
because if you watch the San Fran game and the Baltimore Ravens game when the lights went out, like how the fuck are you not playing, bitches? Play when the lights are out. Fuck you, Fog Bowl. We had to play, bitch.
Yeah, right.
You take that away.
The amount of lighting rigs they probably had in the tunnels for the halftime show, you couldn't just grab some of them and point them at the field and tell them go. Like honestly that moment of the power going out during that Super Bowl definitely killed a lot of momentum for both sides. Like it basically felt like a full restart with how slow it was to go after that. There it is, 98 for the Randall punt. Absolute bomb.
No 69. Yeah. Yeah, there should have been a delay on Fog Bowl hardcore. If there was going to be a delay with no lights with the 49ers and the Baltimore Ravens game, why wasn't there a delay on the Fog Bowl? We would have won that damn game. And the Eagles would have won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Because we had the best defense. I mean, Mitch, if you could have watched that defense,
I wasn't even thought of. I wasn't even thought of yet.
To be honest with you, everybody wants to say this is the best defense the Eagles ever had. No.
Yes.
You had the defense of Reggie White and Jerome Brown, Clyde Simmons. That was the scariest defense.
That defense was scary, man.
Listen,
and especially that was
you.
Yeah, you also have to remember, Mitch, that was during a time where with football, you were basically like absolutely trying to literally take someone's head off with their helmet, still attached to their head. People were getting absolutely buried in the open field back then. Right. Like how Ray Lewis used to crush people in the open field back in the day. Yeah. Multiply that by 50.
Yeah.
Like they used to hit people to put them in the goddamn ground.
Yeah, they were trying to end people.
Oh yeah.
Mitch, we took out fucking Dallas's kick. Why? Because he was the only one getting points on the board. And fucking Buddy Ryan said, take the fucking kicker out. No points. I don't want none.
Yeah, but it was like, screw this, kill him.
The Redskins
got that.
the Redskins game, but the body bag game.
Oh god!
Oh man, that was. I mean, Mitch, the body bag game was so unbelievable. if that defense would have went to the Super Bowl, it would have been the scariest thing ever.
It probably would have been called the Blood Bowl, to be honest.
Yeah, Reggie White was a monster.
He really was. He was
He was a minister
such
in Pittman, New Jersey.
Yeah, Reggie White was an absolute irresistible force on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Like thinking back to like round about that era within like a 10-year span, like him, Lawrence Taylor, Eric Allen, like those guys were absolute monsters on the defensive side of the ball. And then as
linebacker, it's Lawrence Taylor all the way. There's nobody that ever is going to be match up to him ever.
He's at 1, and then at a distant 2, I feel like it's Ray Lewis, because those two guys hit to maim.
Yeah,
like those guys would hit to really hurt people.
See, Lawrence Taylor would party for 3 days.
Oh yeah,
not show up to work, come up all fucked up, and they say, "Yo, he's sleeping."
Yeah,
we're about to start a game. He goes,
"Yep."
When the bell's about to ring, then wake him up. He'll be all right.
Yeah,
and he go fucking get the quarterback like 7 times.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, why? What is that guy on? He just had a different mindset. Lawrence Taylor was awesome.
Dude, Lawrence Taylor was incredible to watch.
I never had a
What's up, Mike?
You did. Mike did call about Millen Williams.
Millen Williams had 2. Didn't he have 2 sacks and a fumble recovery?
Yeah, 2 sacks and a fumble recovery for him. 2.5 for Josh Sweat.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor was a monster.
For wrestling too. Oh my god, seeing him in WCW, bro. Yes,
that's how I know him.
I remember that.
Oh man.
And Mongo Michaels.
Mongo
from Chicago.
Yeah,
but he was a good Chicago Bears player.
And not too long after Lawrence Taylor being on WCW, they had Dennis Rodman joined the NWO. Like, oh gosh, just seeing those kinds of things where like sports would cross over with wrestling and stuff like that was always really fun to see. They don't do that shit no more because these guys are valued at like hundreds of millions of dollars now.
Mitch, who was the other basketball guy? He was on the NWO.
Dennis Rodman?
No, Dennis Rodman.
Was it Shaq?
No, it was
I don't think it was Shaq.
No,
it was tall guy. He was tall.
All of them are tall and bald.
I forget his name. I forget his name. I'm bad with names. You know I'm bad with names. I remember there's another basketball guy that was on the NWO.
You bad at names and bad at drinking Pepsi.
I'm ready.
What is that? 5 and 6?
I'm on my 6th one now. That's 7 and 8. Ready to do this screen. Merle Reese, dude. I can't believe Merle Reese is still doing it.
Man, I'm trying to think now. Who's the other basketball guy? It's gonna bother me.
It was on the NWO.
Well, no shit. Austin, you looking for it?
Yeah, I'm actually looking at. I'm literally looking it up right now. There was him. There was a NASCAR driver, Kyle Petty, was a part of the NWO.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't see any other basketball players. It's mainly like TV show hosts and then like Japanese baseball players, because like when they would do their Japan tours, they would promote a lot of the like the Japanese baseball leagues and all that stuff, like different like TV announcers and actors from like most of these people are NWO Japan members.
You know who would have been great for NWO? Joel Embiid. He would go out there, fall, and get injured.
And
he would fall and get injured.
He would have had the perfect sell for the poke of death.
Yeah, right.
There was a lot of football players and basketball players that went in there.
Draymond Green would have been great for that.
Oh, dude, for real. What's his name? Did a couple of spots with Cody Rhodes during the early years of AEW, Shaquille O'Neal, because they were on
he went through a table.
Yeah, took a spear from Cody and went through the table with him. Yeah, because wasn't that the mixed tag team match? It was Shaq and Jade Cargill against Cody and his wife or something like that.
Hardcore for all.
Yeah,
this is the only one I have right now. I played them all, but this is the only one I got right now.
You froze, Mitch.
No, I'm here.
No, you froze.
When
you showed your video game, you froze.
Oh, okay.
And then when you went to put it away, you froze.
By the way,
I unfortunately don't have. Yeah, I unfortunately don't have any wrestling games currently. I think I may have a couple through. I do game sharing on Xbox with a friend, and I may actually have access to one or two. I just haven't really played them all that often.
I thought there was another guy, basketball player.
I could have swore there was too. I mean, like, let's be honest. There's so many goddamn people that joined the NWO over the years that like.
It's just like you can't keep track.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure Booker T was in it twice. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Booker T was in it twice, and he got kicked out both times. The second time was just by Shawn Michaels super kicking him, and that was it.
Yeah. Really quick, since we brought up video games, Hardcore for All, you would love the Hardcore Play and Rewind YouTube channel. We got the Hardcore Play podcast, and we're about to have a WWE 2K gameplay. Come on. And ready for this, Austin?
In the
Hardcore
midst of
for
that,
All, it's the mod for the Hardcore Sports Network.
Oh, no way.
I need to get him a mod for the Hardcore Play and Rewind.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We definitely got to hook him up with that. We also have to get I want to get a Twitch set up for that. So that way we can also have that as another destination. But yeah, aside from the WWE content, we every Wednesday night, the guy that does the podcast with me, my buddy Art, and I do a recording session for a hardcore Diablo challenge that we're doing on the channel, which is we play the game Diablo 4 on the hardcore setting, which is just single life. If you die, your character is done. You have to make a whole new character, and the whole plan is just run to level 100, max out character completely, and then once that happens, either keep running with that one until it dies or start a new one. Either way, the main goal is don't die, and I've already died twice. So
stop making fun of my ass. I said he was a tall basketball player.
By the way, Austin, it got 41 views right now.
Hell yeah, dude!
It got 41 for the first time, so that's good.
I still have a little bit of editing that I have to do for the second part of that. Yeah. I do have Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I am running tonight, so I'll get a little bit more editing in before we start that around 7:30, and then I'll finish the rest of that up either tonight, probably make it a bit of a late night, or do it tomorrow. And then get that sent out to you, so that way we have it up and good to go before.
So what is that for Diablo, the second part?
Yeah, because I'm taking segments from streams that I did where I was leveling up the character in between where the previous recording ended to where we're going to be at when we start the next recording session. And I'm just sort of slapping all that together, cutting out a bunch of the unnecessary bullshit of like me being like, oh, does this chest plate look better than this one? It doesn't even matter because the stats are all the same because I'm just making it look different. But I'm just a picky bitch when it comes to that kind of stuff. Yeah. Because it's just like I like if my character's using a different a specific element of magic, I like him to have that color scheme for his entire outfit. So like I'm running fire magic, so everything's red. Like I have an ice magic sorcerer where all of it's blue. I have a lightning sorcerer where all of it's like yellow or like a light blue kind of deal, like a weird like combo of the two. But like I'm just cutting all of that stuff out where I'm like, oh, this one looks pretty cool, but I don't know if I should do this one. Like, Austin, just shut up. Like, just shut up, please. Get it out of here.
I just did the thumbnail. For part 2. So
perfect.
All I don't know if you saw the thumbnail, but everything's laid out, and then I had part 1 on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is take out part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, just erase the 1 and write in 2.
Oh, Carl. Wait.
Carl Malone.
Oh yeah, it was Carl Malone.
See, I ain't totally dumb.
No one said you
totally dumb. Thank you, Chad.
Hi.
Shut up, Siri. Nobody's talking to you.
Out of every basketball player, Karl Malone.
I forgot his name. What's up,
I
Tony?
had genuinely forgotten about it
Despicable.
because I think it was around the time that Chicago and Utah were facing each other in the finals that year,
Finals,
weren't
yeah.
they? Yeah,
Yeah.
so they
Tony,
did like a
we
whole
were
thing.
loving the defense. We do love Jalen, but we were loving the defense.
Oh yeah, dude. Absolutely. For those of you that doubted Jalen before, time to start giving up Flowers or eating crow, whichever you can get your hands on first.
Oh, you mean
This man legitimately just proved to everyone in the world that doubted him that it doesn't matter if you are a mid quarterback. If you have a decent team in place around you to help you succeed, you will succeed.
So you mean Matty B, Austin?
Thank you, Chad. You're the man. I listen. I just
You
can't
gotta know
remember
Matty
the
B.
numbers.
Come on.
Dude.
Dude, I was watching his last stream.
He's been wanting to fire Howie Roseman since 2014, dude. Like,
yeah, I know. And here's the funniest part: he kept on congratulating the defense. He didn't even bring up Jalen Hurts at all.
Yeah, of course he didn't, because he didn't want to have to eat crow. I hear it's delicious this time of year.
Hey, like do I trust Jalen Hurts and his throwing? Not all the time, but this year he's been great.
Yeah,
he has 4 interceptions. He's not throwing see, the problem is people are thinking Jalen Hurts is a quarterback that's going to throw for 4,000 to 5,000 yards.
No,
he's not that quarterback. He is a management guy.
Yeah, he's a game manager.
He's going to run. He's going to throw. I think he's better than Lamar Jackson, but that's my opinion. I think he's better.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely close between the two. The talent levels are just about the same, honestly.
I think Lamar Jackson gets more credit because reporters like him more.
Yeah,
but that's how the vote is for the MVP. It is reporters who babyfied the reporter, who went and talked to him the most, and who was kissing their ass. That's what I don't like about it.
Oh, by the way, really quick, since we were talking about wrestling for like a little bit, the Hardcore 2% will catch a new show coming out on Sunday called Hot Takes and Headlocks. So it's like a debate show, which is like First Take. So they're going to have topics go back and forth. I'm really excited for this.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be great.
Sunday night.
Yeah, it was a great game.
So Xavier and Joe. So Sunday night, I don't think I'm streaming the NBA All-Star game this year. I don't think so. So I'm like, I might produce it. I might help him. Yeah.
I don't know about
and
that.
I just got someone else to join the network. Boom.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Mike. Lamar Jackson did do more with less. Absolutely.
Yes, he did. He did.
Same
He
with
does.
Nick Foles.
Yeah. But when
Nick Foles, I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, though. The years that he had decent receivers, he didn't really have a decent running back. But then when he got the decent running back, he didn't have the receivers anymore. So like he has really good skill players, but only at one spot at a time. Like Mark Andrews is going to be consistent. It's hard to find a good tight end in the league anymore. Sometimes it's even tougher to draft one. So like they got a hold of Mark Andrews and they locked him in. Aside from that, like he had great receivers. He had Hollywood Brown, he had Deshaun Jackson. Like he had a bunch of guys that were really lighting it up on the outside for him. And then they left. And they were like, well, I guess the thought process was, if we're going to establish ourselves as a dominant team again, we need to start where we're most effective right now, which is our ground game. Bring in Derrick Henry. But now you don't have the receivers to supplement that run game, so you're becoming one-dimensional again. And that's why you bow out as quickly as you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, our defensive coordinator, he should have been defensive coordinator. He should have got defensive coach of the year. But they're never going to give it to him. But that defense, you can say Jalen Hurts was the MVP. But
Vic Fangio,
if you
absolutely.
could actually go and give it to the whole defense of the Philadelphia Eagles, for the MVP, it would have to be them,
Yeah,
not Jalen
absolutely.
Hurts. Jalen Hurts had a great game, but when you shut down Patrick Mahomes, then that's the big thing.
Yeah, and you look at all the skill players that he has around him: Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Kelce, DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster. Like he has very proven, very very explosive players around him for that offense. And we not only shut Patrick Mahomes down, we shut them down.
Yes.
So just overall, it was honestly, in my opinion, probably the greatest defensive game I have seen as an Eagles fan in the 35 years that I've been alive. And I've seen some really good defensive games, but this is literally, you're facing against, as a lot of people are considering, the GOAT of this current era of football in Patrick Mahomes.
I'm taking a drink.
Yeah, you're good,
Mike,
man.
Mike,
Yeah,
I was joking with people at my party. I'm like, Jake Elliott, MVP. I'm like, this dude's clutch. Everybody was knocking him, Mike. And I was like, yo, this dude's clutch. And he hit the 50-yarder, and people were getting upset that he was making it. I was like, what do you mean? But yeah, the Eagles game was so unbelievable. But if you can give the defense this MVP, it would have been the defense.
Yeah, the entire defense.
Yeah, but you would have to give it the whole entire defense the credit.
Yeah,
that's why you give it to Jalen Hurts. But it also goes to the quarterback automatically.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, unless there's some sort of an incredible performance outside of the quarterback play, it's 9 times and gonna
if
go
it went
to
to Barkley, he had to get 500 yards rushing.
Yeah, like Barkley would have probably had to have had like 225 and 3 touchdowns, all 3 of them over 60 yards. Like that's the only way that he would have been able to get it. Right. But from the aspect of what Hurts did, like he was, what was it? Like I want to say like 17 of 22 for 221 yards, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and then broke his own record that he set 2 years ago in the Super Bowl against Kansas City the first time for rushing yards in a Super Bowl.
72 yards.
Yeah, so I mean, it makes perfect sense as to why he got it. I'm 100% behind the fact that he got it. It was definitely well deserved. He played a hell of a game. But like you said, halftime, if you could give it to an entire defensive unit, they absolutely earned that.
Yeah, but you're
not
going to
Jalen Hurts. It's Jalen freaking Hurts. We got to add the freaking in there now. Oh, dude, I have a Kelly Green Jalen Hurts jersey. Now I don't have to give it back.
There you go, dude.
Yeah, Mike, Jake Elliott had a great game. And we needed him, too.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have had the 40 points if it wasn't for Jake Elliott making some field goals.
Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, the only way Jalen Hurts was not going to get MVP is because it should have went to the defense, but you can't do the whole defense. You're shutting down Patrick Mahomes. It's like if you shut down Tom fucking Brady.
Yeah.
And
I think the thing for me was like the point that the actual point in time where I was like, this game is definitively over, was when we swarmed on Mahomes, popped the ball loose, and Milton Williams just crushed his whole face mask back into his face.
Oh yeah.
That moment, I was because early on in the game, I was talking with a few of my friends, and I was like, bro, he's already rattled. All we need to do is pick him off, and he is going to fall apart. And then 2 plays later, pick 6 Cooper DeJean. I was like, that's it. The house of cards is crumbling.
That was the back-to-back sacks. Then he threw in the interception to Cooper DeJean for the pick 6.
Which I'm not gonna lie, that was a nice little like mesh route on the right side rollout by Kansas City there, but Mahomes faced that pressure, escaped too quick, and when he put his head up, he just didn't get the recognition of Cooper DeJean being there. He was sitting there waiting for that play.
Yeah. Quarterback,
23
quarterback
total
line.
Yeah,
yards.
23 yards, Mike. You gotta give it to the defense. If you could, like I said, MVP in my eyes is the defense. But yes, did Jalen Hurts have a good game? Yeah, but he
Absolutely.
also threw an interception. But he had a good game.
Yeah,
Now,
I thought it was great.
but if you want to look at blind sight, it's the defense deserves that MVP.
Absolutely. That this was the true case end point definition of defense winning you a championship.
I might not have seen your question, Chad.
Oh, what was it? Yeah, there you go.
Ow! Listen.
Okay, Austin. Halftime is a very big Gainwell and Pickett fan.
No, I'm not. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Basketball.
Oh no. Because Mitch halftime set it up as whenever he says the word basketball, it will go in the chat of him saying, "I like Kenneth Gainwell" or something.
Oh, it's not working. It's not working. She don't have it set up. So yeah, when I say basketball, it comes up saying I like Gainwell and all. And
Oh, nice.
I don't like Gainwell and I don't like Kenny Pickett, but they get a ring.
Yeah, I mean,
actually played, and Gainwell actually played pretty good on special teams.
Yeah,
I just gotta ask this.
Very effective.
No, you go, Austin. I'll go after.
I was just saying, Gainwell was effective, even though Kansas City was really holding down against the run. Gainwell did have some really good swing routes that he was able to get it out on him and Saquon both being able to supplement their the lack of the rush offense with being able to assist in the pass game definitely helped out.
Yeah. So I just started this. Okay. I just started this. Okay. What do you guys think? Jeremiah Trotter is jealous of his son for getting a Super Bowl ring.
I feel like jealous isn't the word.
In his first year, yes.
I feel like
year, yes.
Yeah, I feel like in the back of the mind there is that linger of like, man, my son already has more than me. But at the same time, I feel like the more over occupying emotion for him is going to be pride. Like his son not only got to play for the team that helped give him a space in the history and the annals of NFL, but to see his son not only get drafted by that team and in his first year be able to say that he is a league champion is amazing. Like if I were Trot, I would be overcome with pride for Junior.
Oh well, he's over pride for his kid because it's his kid.
Yeah, but also in the back of my mind, I'd be like,
in the back of his mind,
I did it. You got to be kidding me.
Can I go back? I'll take a minimum contract.
I'll keep the bench warm for y'all.
Do you think he gets? Do you think Trotter goes into the Hall of Fame?
Oh gosh,
I do not think he's going to get in there.
I don't think so.
No.
I personally, unfortunately, don't think so.
But they're letting everybody in. This is why I'm saying it. Like Daniel Gates gets in the Hall of Fame.
Well,
I do not think Daniel Gates is going to be in the Hall of Fame. I think he's on the outs. And he's almost there, but not there.
Well,
if you're saying that the Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer, and he went to 2 Super Bowls and won 2 Super Bowls and beat Tom Brady, how's he not in the Hall of Fame?
I can explain to you why pretty well. Look at the career numbers between the two. No. Like Super Bowls, I totally get. Eli should get some recognition for those 2 Super Bowls. He beat one of the biggest dynasties the league has ever seen. I totally understand that. All respect to Eli Manning for that. But Antonio Gates, when you talk about tight ends in the NFL, he is one of the first 3 names that always comes to mind. Right now, it's him, Tony Gonzalez, and Travis Kelce. Those are the 3 names. This is just my personal opinion because aside from
me, I go Shannon Sharp too. I mean, like
no, yeah. It's like Shannon Sharp's absolutely up there. Like I 100% agree. But like like I'm an Eagles fan first. The other team that I follow, I always pick a team from the other side of the league overall to be like, that's a team that I will follow absolutely. And I started following the San Diego Chargers in the early 2000s. So I was a big fan of Antonio Gates, Keenan Matt Cardell, Phillip Rivers in his early years, Drew Brees in his late years with them, LT, Antonio Cromartie. So like Antonio Gates is like, first of all, he was a guy he was expecting to go play basketball. He was scouted to his college to play basketball. And then they were like, hey man, you're a big fucking dude. You ever think of playing football? And he went, no. They went, do you want to try? And he went, yeah, sure. Fuck it. Went out there and wound up becoming one of the greatest tight ends the league has ever seen. Like I said, I totally understand. Like, again, Eli, I feel like he'll make it eventually. First ballot, I didn't think he was going to be a first ballot guy. I also didn't expect Antonio Gates to make it, to be 100% honest.
Right.
But
he didn't have made it. That's my point.
I feel like to see him make it at this point is still well deserved. He's definitely one of the top tight ends in league history. He was part of some incredible offenses. Granted, he didn't win any like legitimate hardware, but the man was what, 10 plus Pro Bowl appearances, multiple time All Pro. And like I said, when you talk about like some of the top tight ends in the history of the league, he's one of the names that always comes up. Just because of not only how effective he was for his position, but how much he meant to that offense in his time there.
I don't find Steph Joyner annoying. I know how he played, so the way he played was the way he acts on talking.
Yeah,
so no, I don't.
He was a hard.
The same damn guy when he played in the game.
Seth Joyner's always been a really hard-nosed, rugged, blunt, quick to the point kind of guy. Yep. So to have him on the other, like in front of a camera and be like, you need to elaborate on what you say. He's like, no, what I say is what I mean, and that's all you need. And I respect that kind of shit all the time.
But I like his attitude. His attitude is the same thing that was on the field.
Yeah, exactly. And
like,
he
still has that fuck around and find out kind of guy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna whoop the shit out of you.
Yeah, and I feel like
to people, he's like, I'm gonna whip the shit out of you.
Yeah, and I feel like the thing that makes it even better is the fact that that's sort of the embodiment of the city as a whole, and he fits into that so well and has for his entire career.
He will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
He's gonna get in, but
Eli will absolutely make it in.
I don't think Antonio Gates could have went in. My opinion. But,
yeah, I understand and respect that opinion.
But
I don't.
I mean, because I can go back and I can see a lot more. I can give you a lot better player. That I think should be in the Hall of Fame.
You know who should be in the Hall of Fame if Eli Manning's going to make it? How about that wide receiver? What was his name? The guy who caught it on his head?
David Tyree?
Yeah. He should be in the Hall of Fame for that catch. For saving Eli Manning's career. So there you go.
Dude, honestly, there are a lot of people that were on the ballot this year that should have made it.
Yeah.
I feel like Antonio Gates wasn't the most prominent name on that ballot. I 100% personally, as also being a Chargers fan, I love the fact that Antonio Gates made it in. That's my guy. But I can totally understand the fact that he probably didn't do enough to earn that spot. But I mean, it is what it is, you know. That like you said, halftime. That's it. Yeah, like you said, that's just how the Hall works. It's just writers making that decision, which is a bummer.
These writers piss me off.
Dude,
I hate the writers because if you don't kiss their ass, you're not going to get the MVP. You're not going to get the right votes because these writers are they're babies.
Yeah. There was a
Bo Jackson deserves to be in the Hall of Fame in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, not only
the video games. Bo Jackson.
Yeah, football and baseball Hall of Fame. Bo Jackson should be the one guy that's a two-sport Hall of Famer.
Right.
Oh my God.
He's the first one.
Yeah. And he was the best one.
Yes. No, you're
don't get me wrong. Dion was good.
Run up on a wall, run down the wall, play that game. get in the helicopter, go to fucking goddamn with the Raiders and play a game and run for 300 yards. Get the fuck out of here. Get him in the Hall of Fame.
All right, I have a question. Austin, is there a way
Yes.
you can play the Bo Jackson game on the channel? Because I just want to see Bo Jackson running it.
I'll have to figure it out, but as soon as I do, I will let you know and I'll record it.
Oh
But
my
another
God.
thing about Bo Jackson is, if everybody remembers, football was not at its peak, how great everybody used to love football. Bo Jackson brought that.
Yeah.
Him and what is the guy from Seattle? The guy they said he was supposed to be the defensive Bosworth. Remember
Brian
in
Bosworth?
Seattle?
Bosworth.
He was supposed to be, this guy was supposed to be the baddest motherfucker in there. He's going to stop every running back. Bo Jackson blew him up, destroyed his career, all in one game.
Now, let me ask you this. Where do you have Bo Jackson ranked in all-time running backs?
Oh, well,
Because
he didn't
honestly,
play.
there's one
He
guy.
didn't play
that's
as
number one.
much. He didn't play as much because he ripped both his legs out of his hips.
Yeah, I know.
Not just one.
Yeah,
In the
blew both
game,
of
he
his
ripped
legs
both
out.
of them out.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled him out of socket. So they took it. That ended his career, and it started long. It started very short. He only had a short career, but Bo
Damn, I forget the
Jackson
guy's name.
brought this back up.
I have Bo Jackson as my number 3 running back all time.
Okay.
Number 1 is Barry Sanders. Number 2 is Walter Payton. I have Eric Dickerson
What
at number
is-
4.
Remember the movie The Express? My God, that football. What is that guy called? Oh my. What is? Oh my God. The Express movie. Okay, what is it? I'm looking at it now. The Ernie Davis story. There you go.
Yeah.
Not him, but the guy before him. Like, my
Mike,
God.
I'm pretty sure that Bo Jackson played in he played back to back a game in. He didn't do it a lot. He did a game in with football and baseball at the same time.
Yeah,
in the same game in the same day.
Yeah, him and
I'm not positive.
Yeah, Deion Sanders was the first to do a playoff game for both in the same season.
Right. Bo Jackson didn't he had a baseball game, and what you call it? Did he take a helicopter? I know Deion Sanders did it too, but Bo Jackson was the first.
Jim Brown. That was the guy's name.
Well, Jim Brown rounds out my top 5.
Yeah, Jim Brown. Walter Payton.
Can you imagine if Adrian Peterson didn't do any of that shit? He would have been up there.
Not only that, if he would have retired on top, if he wouldn't have stuck around for an extra 6-7 years, if he would have taken after the third or fourth year in that 7-year span, he would have just been like, you know what, that's it. But it was because he was so supremely in debt. By the time he retired, he was $12 million in debt because people didn't manage his money properly. So he was forced to play more to be able to make up that money. And I feel like that sort of tarnished the legacy.
Yeah.
Because AP was incredible. I loved watching AP play, dude.
He was too. He was my favorite running back.
Him and God, what the hell was the dude's name? He had that one good year for the Browns. Peyton Hillis.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like they were the last 2 true downhill running backs.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody bounces to the outside.
Sanders was my favorite.
Yeah, Barry was absolutely my favorite to watch.
Was one my favorite, but Barry Sanders would have blew everybody's record away if he didn't have the fight with Detroit ownership.
Well, the same thing. It was the same thing with Calvin Johnson. He would have been. He probably would have been the greatest receiver of all time if it wasn't for the fact that he literally decided to hang it up because the owners were like, "We're not giving you $2 million more."
Right, and that's all it was. It's over something stupid.
Yeah, he literally cut off all contact with the organization once he hung it up. because of that fact. It wasn't until he got elected into the Hall that the organization in any way was like decided to try and rekindle that relationship between them.
Marshawn Lynch. What about Marshawn Lynch?
He's one of the great running backs.
I have him in my top 10, but I don't have him as top 5.
Like top 10 to 15.
Like him, Mike.
He's in my
Allstott,
top 50. He's in my top 15. He might be.
Marshall Faulk.
I think he'd be all around 11 or 12.
So I have a whole list. According to Google, I have an entire list of all the great running backs.
All right.
Barry Sanders, Jim Brown, Walter Payton, Eric Dickerson, Adrian Peterson, Emmitt Smith, Marshall Faulk, Jerome Bettis, LaDainian Tomlinson, Curtis Martin, Marcus Allen, Tony Dorsett, Frank Gore, Gail Sayers, John Riggins, Ricky Waters, O.J. Simpson, Terrell Davis, Thurman Thomas, Jim Taylor, Edgerrin James, Joe Perry, Warwick Dunn. Okay, now you're
Warwick Dunn.
Yes.
Warwick Dunn was pretty good back in the day.
Yeah, him and
that
pairing in Atlanta with TJ Duckett.
Here. Like, I'm going to ChatGPT.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that Warwick Dunn TJ Duckett pairing in Atlanta with Mike Vick was one of the scariest run games ever.
Yeah. Let's see. Jim Brown is one.
Okay, I unfortunately do have to run, you guys. I appreciate y'all having me. Please enjoy the rest of your celebration here tonight. And then if y'all are interested in talking about games and stuff on Saturday afternoons, tune into the Hardcore Play and Rewind channel. I am there every Saturday and also dropping other fun content. So Mitch, Halftime, thank you guys so much for having me on. Much love to you guys. Let's fucking go, Birds.
Yes, sir.
I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a great rest of your night.
Yep. Peace.
See you, dude. Bye.
If anybody wants to jump in, Blazer, you want to jump in? Let me know. I'll give you it. You can come in. But yeah, if I'm wrong about the Bo Jackson and the rules,
you're not.
In one game. Well, apparently I am because that's what Blaze said and Mike.
Blaze is Blaze.
But I was pretty sure Bo Jackson did. But if it ain't, I know Deion Sanders did. But Bo Jackson played. He was the first one to play baseball and football. So, but I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's been a long time. Shit, I can't remember people's names. You want to remember all the freaking stuff that happened? So I might be wrong about that.
Yep. But hey guys, so that was my guy Austin, the Hardcore Play
How do I do
podcast.
that?
Halftime what?
Wait a minute.
What?
See if I did it right. I'll drop the chat and the link. People, you want to join in?
I sent someone the link. But
I was wondering how to do it. Calm down.
The Hardcore Play podcast with my guy Austin and Art every Saturday at 12 on the Hardcore Play and Rewind YouTube channel. Make sure you guys tune in. But yeah, I'm pretty much heading out. But
yeah, so if you guys want to join in, I just sent the link. You guys can pop in and
according to ChatGPT, you got Jim Brown at 1, Walt Payton 2, Barry Sanders 3, Emmitt Smith 4, LaDainian Thomas 5, Eric Dickerson 6, Adrian Peterson 7, Marshall Faulk 8, O.J. 9, and Gail Sayers. So, according to ChatGPT, yeah, those are the 10 running backs of all time.
Yeah, they're probably, and that's about right.
Yeah.
I mean, until they, they're gonna have to upgrade it.
Yeah.
But like the Super Bowl was awesome. I was happy.
I still can't believe it. Here's the honorable mentions: Tony Dorsett, Derrick Henry, Curtis Martin, and Thurman Thomas.
You want to see a good movie?
Yes, I love that movie. That's my favorite football movie.
Oh yeah, I seen that one.
It's my
The
favorite
Express.
football movie.
That is a good movie.
All right, I'm gonna pop out as well. I gotta get ready for my next stream at 8. I'll talk to you.
All right.
See
Yeah,
ya.
I just anybody want to jump in, you can. Like I'm just sitting there talking about the Super Bowl. It was been awesome. I'm super pumped about this team, and I'm super pumped about that defense. A lot of people are just like, you know, looking at what the offense did, and they're not focused on what the defense did to the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and, you know, Travis Kelsey. You know, they shut them down. They got to Patrick Mahomes. They didn't have to blitz. They got to him. You know, they got to him. They made him fumble. They got him nervous. They made him throw interception. They just tackled him. I mean, Cooper DeJean with a freaking pick six was awesome. You know what I mean? It is. It was so great, and I was happy about the. I was happy about it. But I was still nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was 24-0 at halftime, and I was nervous, saying, "You gotta pump your brakes because they can come back from this." Because why? If you remember the last game, it was 24-14 with the Eagles in Kansas City. You know? So, freaking, that's the thing. They can come back. And I was worried about it. Yeah, Sayers. Sayers was a good one. Stan? What are you talking about? Yeah, hardcore. I drank a few beers. I had some brouhahas. I was hey, I was just this is when I like Super Bowl. I go and hang out with my friends and drink some brouhahas, and it was fun. When I came home, you know, Miss Halftime was talking to me and about the Super Bowl, and she was just making sure I enjoyed it. But yeah, it was a great one. What's good, Cameron? What is up? But I know everybody wants to be on the offensive side. But even if you look at special teams with the Eagles, what they did against the Kansas City Chiefs, they got them nowhere. And that was pretty good to me. That, like, I see that spikes of fire to me. You know what I mean? I look at everything. I just don't look at the offense. Oh my God, Jalen Hurts did this and Jalen Hurts did that. Or the running back did this. You got to look at everything. And everything for the Eagles was working on all cylinders. The offensive line. Did I think, was I worried about the damn refs? Yes, everybody was worried about the refs. I was nervous, Mike, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was nervous until the third quarter. Then we was just chilling. Because then I knew we had it. So, like, a little bit in the third quarter, like 5 minutes in the third quarter, 10 minutes in the third quarter, then I was all right. What's good, Roger? Thank you so much. Eagles winning the Super Bowl was awesome. Listen, I never thought, and I told my wife this, and I told everybody, I never thought I'd see one. In my lifetime, I didn't think the Eagles would win one Super Bowl. And I got to see two. And that's saying something. When you get to see two in your lifetime, because there was always some shit show. Some always happened bad for the Eagles. Randall Cunningham got hurt, even though that was supposed to be the best team in the thing. The Eagles go with Don McNabb to the Super Bowl and play New England, and we didn't get it. There's always something. After that, after that friggin' TD, and Jalen Hurts threw a perfect pass. I mean, he only threw it where Devontae Smith can get it. It was right on it, over his head, right in his hands. Only he could have got it. That was a great one. But that was a good one. And everybody was bitching about Barkley not running. I guess they wanted him to run like 200 yards. Like, they focused on shutting down Saquon Barkley. Did they really shut him down? Not really. He was getting 3 to 4 yards a carry. You know? He did good. He wasn't breaking like 10 and 20 yards. You know? But he just did enough. Jalen Hurts did it with his arm, but also did it with his legs. I mean, he had 72 yards on with his legs. He had a couple of drives he had to run. You know? You can't always just sit there and say Jalen Hurts did it with his arm. He didn't. Did it with his arm. He did it with his legs. He did what he had to do. Jalen Hurts is not a quarterback that's going to throw for 4,000 yards. Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback that's going to throw for 400 or 500 yards and go toe to toe with somebody and stay in the pocket. And that's what a lot of Eagles fans think Jalen Hurts should be, and that ain't how it works. Yeah, hardcore's right here. When the Chiefs were going to try to stop Saquon Barkley and make Jalen Hurts beat him with his arm. You know what the Chiefs forgot to do, hardcore? Worry about the Eagles' defense. Shutting down Patrick Mahomes. Because they didn't think the Eagles could shut down Patrick Mahomes. The Eagles shut him down without even blitzing. The Eagles just shut down Kansas City's offense altogether. They wanted to run. They didn't really get a good run. They got about the same average as Saquon Barkley did. If you're saying Saquon Barkley didn't run good. Yeah, Mike, you're right on that. But they should have won. Should they have won more? Yeah. One in the 80s. You know? So they should at least won 5. I agree with you. We should have won a lot. But all I got to say is now, I don't want to hear no Dallas Cowboys fan saying, we got more rings than you. If you ain't seen it, don't talk about it. Everybody going to sit there and go back in the 80s. You know what I mean? Let's talk about now. And you know Dallas ain't going to do shit. Maybe, Cameron. I'll look into it. Yeah, he got called out for the refs, Vic. About all the bad calls. He did. And then, did you hear what the Chiefs said? Oh. Now they're complaining about the bad calls. Like, really? You've been fucking okey-doking everybody in the playoffs? Every little chance you get, and now you're going to cry about bad calls? Are you fucking kidding me? So now the Chiefs are complaining about bad calls. What about the one, the fucking one right in the front? The first fucking one. Offensive pass interference. I got nervous on that. I'm like, oh, here goes the refs. Baby, if I in Kansas City. Yes, Sixers are off and Flyers are off. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, what I think should happen is I think they should get rid of this challenge flag and go back old school and just challenge the damn plays. You know why they don't do it? Because it'll take too long. You know, they wanted to try to make it as fast as possible. But if you want to have the refs to call it right down the middle, you got to get rid of the red challenge flag and just be able to challenge every one of them. They're not going to do it because they want it faster. Yeah, the whole NHL's off for 2 weeks. I think the Flyers have the carnival. But yeah. So if you want to complain about the refs calls, get rid of the red challenge flag and just do it back in the olden days where, you know, they just called every fucking challenge. They challenge everyone. Yeah, it was Green Bay, Mike. Listen, Mike. Dallas fans are just, they're comical. I don't know why they want to be called. They're acting like they're an America's team. Matchup, and it's on at 8 p.m. I have to look at it, Cameron. I was super pumped about the game. Yeah. You're right, Vic. Dallas needs to shut the fuck up. Hey, here's another one. How does Skip fucking Bayless go in and act like, oh, I told you guys the Eagles are gonna win the Super Bowl. My team. Yeah, Pittsburgh beat Dallas. Yeah, they had more rings. Dallas, they just go back in time. Like, they don't go now and start talking about their team now. Oh, look what we did in the 80s. Look what we did in the 90s. Yeah, Vic, you guys beat them more times in the Super Bowl, too. But Dallas needs to shut the hell up. They got to shut up. Skip Bayless, I'm pissed off at him. Acting like the Eagles are his team now. Because he got rid of the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, I was a Dallas Cowboy fan since I was a kid. And here I am. Now I'm going to root on the Eagles. They definitely need to shut the fuck up, Vic. But that's the funny part. Like, they need to shut up. And Skip Bayless drives me crazy. No, he don't matter. I just thought he was funny. Listen, he lost his job, Vic. And he goes on. This is what they're doing now. They go to ESPN losing their job. They're going to First Take losing their job. They're going to all these TV shows and losing their job. And then they go on here and they go, oh, it's, I'm going to do my own streams and let people listen to me. Well, you suck on friggin' Undisputed and First Take. That's why they got rid of your fucking ass. So get over here. Exactly, Mike. Hey, now the Eagles are getting there. Eagles are getting there now. Like me and Mike, we didn't think we were ever going to see it in our lifetime. Younger people are like, oh man, I knew they were going to win. I knew they were going to. No. Because you didn't really watch them back in the day and watch how we're always thinking like something's going to fuck up for the Eagles. I think it'd be hilarious if the Eagles could pass the Dallas Cowboys in ring. But I do think that the Dallas Cowboys American team needs to go away. My mom. Yeah, Mike. Now your mom's 80. And God bless her for being 80. And getting to see 2 rings. Like, but me and you, Mike, even your mom, we never thought we would see it. Eagles fans never thought we'd ever see a ring. If you're old school, you never thought you were going to see a ring because you watched us have the best teams, earlier on, that you were like, oh God, we're definitely going to win, and never do it. Well, he should have never said that, Vic. And it looks like we're gonna go to 18 games. I think we're going to 18 games next year. Not too sure about that. The Eagles are losing Josh Sweat this year. I got a feeling on this. Could be wrong. Maybe Howie Roseman could pull something out of his ass. But we're going to lose some players. Because you got to go younger. Because they were always on TV. Yeah. He didn't care about him dying on the field. And I thought that was heartless. Skip Bayless is an asshole. It was a great game. I was super pumped. Glad everybody had a great one. Like I said, I'd come out here and hang out with you. How did everybody like the game? You guys have a different opinion than I do? Like, I left the thing in the chat. You guys can come in, jump in all you want. Before I get out of here. But I know there's a lot of people who are just going, Jalen freaking hurts. But I also got to go defense. You know, I just do. See if anybody wants to jump in before I get out of here. I think I'm going to call it, guys. It was a... Thank you for all the support. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. You guys are awesome. Appreciate all you, and thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for sharing it out. You guys are great. I appreciate every one of you. And I will catch you guys on the rebound. Peace. I'm out.